Welcome to Welcome with Jesus Bible Study. We're going to be in the book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 14. Depart from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it. I'm going to repeat that. Depart from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it. It is considered a blessing when we do not have close companionship with those who oppose God. It does not mean we distance ourselves from sinners and unbelievers completely. No, instead we need to have prayer for them. We need to preach to them. As Christians, you have been called to live a higher life, a life of holiness and righteousness. If you continue to walk in a path that is filled with wicked things, you will suffer painful consequences. By that means, yes, when it says that we need to separate ourselves from them, it means that they shouldn't be our best friends, so to speak. We shouldn't be hanging out every single moment we can. Every time they go to the bars, we shouldn't be like going to the bars with them. If they're going to go do, like, smoke weed and do this, we shouldn't be going over there and hanging out with them. And while they're sitting there smoking weed and stuff like that. But now we're not supposed to dismiss them. We're supposed to be there for them. In times of need, in times of trouble. You can still be their friends without hanging out with them. Be like, well, when the times of need, then you can use that to your advantage to help them out. Then show them God's love and God's mercy. In times of trouble when they need it. You know, we can also, like, just by our actions, even if they don't want us to speak to them, by the fact that we say, no, sir, I can't, I just don't do that, I just don't go to bars, I just don't do the drinking, you know. I'm not saying that, you know, that you are, you know, a bad person because you do it. Just me, myself, and I, just for me, I just don't drink. I'd rather do something for the Lord than to sit there and to serve Satan. And just kind of leave it at that, walk away. You don't know. Your actions could be inspiring somebody who's tired of that lifestyle. But just doesn't have the goals, or just doesn't think that it's cool, man. Everybody's always at the bar. Everybody's over here always smoking this and going and doing this and doing that. And maybe deep down inside of them, they don't really want to do it no more. But it's just too cool to do this and too cool to do that. So they're going to hang with the hip crowd, man. But then by seeing you saying, no, man, I don't go here. No, man, I don't go there. No, sir, I don't do that. And I don't do this. They'll be like, huh? Look at this man. Ain't nothing wrong with him. He's a cool dude. He's a good guy. And he don't have to go here to be cool. He didn't have to go do that to be cool. He doesn't have to do this to be the person that he is. Huh? Maybe I could be just like him. Maybe I don't have to go here. Maybe I don't have to go there. Maybe I don't have to do this. Maybe I don't have to do that. And still maintain this type of cool character. Or whatever it is you want to call it. You know, I'm just using that as an example. Sometimes it just takes somebody to stand up first, and then other people will stand up. There's a lot of people sometimes that feel the same way that other people do, or that is sick and tired of that. They just don't have the goals to get it started. They don't have that character, that personality to just get up and do it. A lot of people are followers, not leaders. But all it takes is for one person to stand up and to start doing something, then other people start standing up. The next thing you know, you got more people doing the same thing. All it takes is that one person to show the efforts of like, nah, I ain't got to do all that. Man, we ain't got to do this, we ain't got to do that. That's just the way of the world wants you to believe that you have to act in order to be accepted. in society, but that's just not true. The best way to be the best version of yourself is to actually be yourself and not be doing what everybody else is doing just because they're doing it. You should do something because that's what you feel like doing on the inside. Not because, oh man, I'm never going to get invited here. People ain't never going to invite me to do this or do that because, because I don't do this and I don't do that. Well, that's okay. Do you really want to go to those places? Is that stuff that you don't really want to do? But you'll find a lot of people do that. They'll go to those places. They'll go do those things. And deep down inside, they don't even really like all that drinking. They don't really like all that partying, all that smoking and stuff. But they just want to be with the in crowd. So they go and they do. But deep down inside, they really don't even like it. They can't stand it. It gets tiring and boring. It's the same old story. A lot of arguments. A lot of pettiness. A lot of too much boasting. But nobody wants to say nothing. Because that's not how society sees things. It's not cool, man, to hang at home and just do like this and that. It's not cool just to randomly go here and there without drinking. Man, if that's all your life consists of is just drinking, it's a sad life because you ain't got time for nothing else. I mean, there is people who aspire to be these person to go on these amazing hiking trails or to ride these bikes all over the place or to go rock climbing, be adventurous, kayaking, fishing and stuff. Man, I've always wanted to go out and be outdoors person and go and do these things. Go traveling, but I said I ain't got the time. I just don't have the money. The amount of money you spend on drinking alone could have made you go on several vacations. The fact that you're not hungover and so tired doing all that drinking and partying the night before gives you the energy to get on that bicycle, gives you the energy to start rock climbing down. You are who you hang around with. So if you're tired of the same old, maybe you should take a look at the friends, the people you're hanging around. Is that all they do? Is that how you want to live your life? The same thing day out? Life is a very short one here on earth. I mean, you have the eternal life that comes after this. But what have you accomplished on this life? Even everybody can drink. Been there, done that. That really the amazing story, highlight of your life? Man, he was one heck of a drinker. Woohoo! That's all his main thing was accomplished. Because everybody has a job. Everybody loses them. Everybody becomes this, becomes that. What did you do besides just work? All you did was just go to work, come home, drink. What a great life. It's a sad one. Almost a life wasted. Because as you realize, as you get older, man, these years go by faster and faster. It's like the days get shorter. The years go faster and faster. Next thing you know, you're 5 years later and you still haven't done what you wanted to do. It's 10 years later, the same thing, and you're just doing the same thing over and over, doing Groundhog Day over and over again. Doesn't have to be that way. Tell you what, living a life for God sure isn't boring. It's hard. It's exciting. It's terrifying. But it definitely is not boring, and it's definitely not the same thing over and over again. And it's different from everybody. Let me go on and get in prayer. Dear God, I put my trust in you and you alone. Father, may I never stray from the path you have set before me. May my life be expression of your love and your holiness and your righteousness. Lord, I pray for any and all my friends, my family, my colleagues who have not yet known you. Father, may you help me minister to them effectively so they can receive salvation.